Hello, church. Welcome to Play of the Week, Week 5. This week isn't really a play. It's about an event that happens in between the second and the third quarter. They have halftime. So I want to talk to you about halftime. Teams going into halftime use this short break to regroup. What is working? What is not working? No matter how far a team might be behind, the coach always seems to find something to work on. Hey, you can do better than this. You can work on this area. The best speeches begin with telling the team not to point fingers at others, not to blame others and say, this is your fault. You need a change so that we can do better. Stop blaming others. Instead, he focuses each one to examine what they have done and how they can do it better. And you read in his Super Bowl halftime speech was reflecting on everything that went on in the halftime and said, when you're in a Super Bowl and you're down by 7 points, it feels like 20. So you just have to calm it down. And that's what I want us to do. Let's just this morning stop and reflect on where we're at. Stop, reflect, examine, how can I go forward? How can I do forward? Belichick told his team to keep doing what you're doing, play like you know how to play, and don't think about what has already happened, but look forward. He was pushing everyone to think forward, to think about what they can do next. You can never replay the first and second quarter, but you can focus on the second half. See, Jesus was encouraged to leave Jerusalem. They said, they're going to kill you. They're going to hurt you. You're going to die. Leave. Herod wants to kill you. This is what he said in Luke 13, verses 32 and 33. He said, I will keep on driving out demons and healing people today and tomorrow. And on the third day, I will reach my goal. I will press on today and tomorrow and the next day. See, Jesus knew that what he was going to do was going to keep going. He knew that he would reach his goal. Do you understand and do you believe if you keep trying, you will reach your goal? When you're doing what God has put in front of you and you do it with everything you can, do you believe you're going to win? You see, Paul sums up basically the same thing in Philippians 3:14. He says, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Christ Jesus. You see, losing players sit in halftime in the locker room and think, okay, coach, what's the new play? What's the new plan? How can we turn this thing around? But most coaches don't have a new play. They just want you to do better at what they've already given you. Right now, before telling and believing, understanding everything, it's important that we look and say, okay, God, what can I do better? See, in verse 13, Philippians 3:13, Paul sort of set everything in motion by saying, forgetting what is behind, straining toward what is ahead. You see, forgetting carries this sense of neglecting, of literally not caring, to let go, and don't let it, the past, yesterday, hold on to you. Instead, hold on to what is ahead and strain for that. Reaching means reaching literally beyond yourself. And that's what we're going to do all this week. Let's reach beyond ourselves to Christ. So it's time to regroup. And I just want to give you 3 simple thoughts. First, let go of what's holding on to you. Let go of those things that's holding you back, that's holding on to you, that's filling you with guilt and shame. Instead, move forward. And number 2, stop blaming others. Oh, it's their fault. If they hadn't have done that, if this hadn't happened, stop blaming others. Set all that aside. And then third and last and most important, begin reaching and believing for an incredible future that God has for you. God bless.